On February 27th, Paramount officially announced that it has outbid Netflix in the acquisition of Warner Brothers in full. And though there are various foreign military concerns going on right now, the United States is actually fighting a domestic battle as well, the battle of monopolies and hostile takeovers. Let's get into it. Anyone who follows media news is having a little bit of deja vu. Didn't Netflix just acquire Warner Brothers in the end of 2025? Well, that agreement wasn't exactly set in stone. An agreement had been settled between Netflix and Warner Brothers that Netflix would acquire a part of Warner Brothers once Warner Brothers divided into two separate entities in the third quarter of 2026. Paramount had also made an offer, but Warner Brothers decided to go with Netflix instead, stating that Netflix would be a more viable candidate. Paramount decided to not take no for an answer and proceed with a hostile takeover. In legal terms, a hostile takeover is a type of acquisition where a company, the acquirer, takes control of another company, the target company, without approval or consent of the target company's board of directors, basically undercutting the board of directors who usually make all the financial decisions and going straight for the shareholders. On top of this, it has been reported that Paramount had been applying a lot of pressure on both the Warner Brothers and Netflix boards and threatening legal action. Sounds pretty hostile to me, but at the end of the day, Paramount just made the better deal. Netflix offered $27.75 per Warner Brother Discovery share, whereas Paramount offered a whopping $31 per share of all of Warner Brothers, coming out to approximately a $101 billion offer. Netflix bowed out due to financial concerns, and Warner Brothers accepted the offer. Though hostile takeovers are technically legal, there are still regulatory frameworks in place in the United States to ensure that these deals do not violate antitrust rules. There are two governing bodies that can regulate these kinds of deals. The first is the Federal Department of Justice, and the second, the State's Department of Justice, where this deal takes place. This transaction took place in California, so the California Attorney General Rob Bonta already stated that they have opened an investigation into the merger. Skeptics are pretty pessimistic as to whether the DOJ under the Trump administration and Pam Bondi will actually do anything about this, given the purchase was led by the CEO of Paramount, David Ellison, son of Larry Ellison, who is the founder of Oracle, a proud Republican donor, and a big Trump ally. Only time will tell if this deal that potentially threatens free media today will go through. But one thing is for sure, if any media personality or executive tells you that television, film, music, and any other form of media is not political, they're either oblivious or simply lying.